like I'm 2-3. And I'm playing with an attitude, Timberwolves, KG. I talk slick, nigga know that I'm nasty. And when it's wartime, know that we ain't trying to be classy.
MP3wax.com. We break records.
LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio.
Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
DJ Epps. Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. This your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Allow them to have an enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, allow people to feel loved, to feel peace, and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
What up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Epps. We're in the building live and direct for you and yours. Indie Thursdays was popping, everybody. Do me a favor, man. If you want to buy a badge, you're more than welcome to. But definitely, I need you to share the live. All right, share the live. You already know. That's what we do around here, man. We give thanks. All right. Shout out to my man DJ Camilo, Heavy Hitters. I see you in the building. What up, boy? Yeah. Yeah. Lady Crawley 7, I see you. Anna, I see you. Who else in the building? Let me know who else in the building, man. Let me know. In the meantime, we got Ilveal, the producer, gonna be in the building right about now. Also coming up in a little bit. Word up, man. We got more of my guests. One King Management, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's about to be a movie out here. Jones on the beat. Y'all get ready for my peoples, all right, man? Let me go ahead and get Ilveal in the building, man. Everybody, share the live. You already know, man. Shout out to my man, Coach Paul in the building was popping. You already know. Ilveal, where you at, man? Send me a request. Where you at? Let me find him. Let me get him up in here. Ilveal, where you at? Show enough. Let me get my man in here. Hold on 1 minute. Everybody, you know what it is, man. The show is sponsored by Positivity Water. You already know. That's a family. The alkaline water, you need to get that in your life. All right? DJ Epps live and direct for you and yours, man. Pay attention. It's Indie Thursdays. You can also be part of Indie Thursday, too. All right, man? You know, just hit my DM. We got you. It's too easy. All right? Yeah, what up, boy? Everything
What's good, big?
good, how you?
Let's go. Hey man, can't complain. Can't complain at
I'm
all,
blessed,
man. Life
man.
is
You
good.
know,
How you doing?
another day. You know what I mean? We grinding out here in these streets. We moving and shaking the clubs. You know what we doing? Rocking
Yes, sir.
stadiums.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This our second time coming around, man. This is my second time being to see you in person. I mean, I know this is virtually, but man, hey, it's good seeing your face, and it's good getting that time
Yeah,
to talk to you, man.
man. I
So
wanted to catch up
definitely,
with you,
man.
man, because you
Blessings
know
and
I,
flowers
I
to you.
see ever since I met you, I see you've been doing a couple of things, which we'll get into that in a minute. But go ahead, introduce yourself to the massive in the building right about now. First off.
Okay. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, I go by the name of Ilveal, the producer, straight out of Southern Illinois. Been making beats for quite some time, producer for about, strong for a decade now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry, eager, always tell people I'm a student in the game, always learning more, especially from this cat right now, the legendary DJ Epps himself. And this, you know what I'm saying, this grinding, man, and showing people what I got, you know what I'm saying, my true potential, and just working with different artists and
What's popping
loving what I
in
do.
Illinois
You know
right now besides Ilveal?
And Ilveal, Ilveal. Anybody's Ilveal. Man, Southern Illinois is so much talent out here. Whether you in Northern Illinois, Southern Illinois, you know, you got of course you got the Bulls, of course you got all type of dope talent artists, rappers, singers. One of my favorite artists out of Chicago got to be by the name of Mick Jenkins. Of course, Chance the Rapper. So there's so many, you know what I'm saying, so many good and dope talented artists out of Illinois.
Is there a lot of pimps still
big
out
ups
there?
to you. Yeah, pimps, you know what? I really can't answer that. I don't know. I know they out here. I really can't answer that.
Yeah,
know,
man.
Yeah.
Not definitely.
But it's nothing but love
Definitely.
out there, man.
So everybody, man, you know, the way I met Ilveal, you know, this past summer, went to Queens, New York. We had our first annual Rock the Bells by LL Cool J in Queens. You know what I mean? And, you know, getting off the plane, we waiting for our ride outside. And then, you know, I looked to my left. He looked to his right. You know what I mean? And we just gave each other a stare. And it was like, you know, I'm not going to say love at first sight. No, it was not that, all right? But it was a mutual musical, like, yo, I know you, you know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? Let's build, you know what I mean? Let's politic, you know what I mean? What's going on? And sure enough, yo, he came up to New York City to join the Rock the Bell Festival. How did you enjoy that, my man?
Man, when I say Rock the Bells Festival was this epic, was a good time. First of all, let me say that I love New York ever since I was a kid. Never got a chance to go out there, so that was my first time actually going out there to New York, yet alone Queens. Man, when I say it was epic, you know what I'm saying, running into you, running into so many people, man. I got a chance to not really talk to them, but I bumped shoulders with Bumblebee, Jada Kiss. I actually got a chance to speak to Styles P, and different people, different artists, the chemistry, seeing the food courts, getting able to see and experience the live performance from the GOAT itself, LL. And so just the whole experience alone, man, I encourage and ask anybody, man, if you go to the next one next year, I encourage you to go, man. It was epic, man.
I was about to say, out of all them artists
you know,
that you saw on that stage, which one did you really enjoy that you'd be like, you know what, man, he really inspired me to get back in the lab and do some more beats, or, you know what I mean? Oh, man, I've been dying to see him perform. I've never seen that person perform. Who was that one artist out there?
Man, you know I gotta say LL Cool J is hard. Come on, man. But if I gotta say anything, man, of course I got shout to go LL. But if I'm saying anything else, man, look, Ice Cube did his thing, rocked it. I actually seen him when he came down to Southern Illinois, did his thing. It was him. Who else? Fat Joe came out that day too. And man, when I say he put on a show, that man could put on a show. Busta Rhymes and Spliff when they got up there. Man, when I say that was, man, I loved it, man. I loved every bit of it, man. It was just enjoyable, man. Besides it being hot as I don't know what.
Yeah,
was a
shout to
joke.
Queens, man. Showed us so much love for that Rock the Bell Festival. It was a great situation. And so, you know, coming out of that Rock the Bells, I got to, you know, look around your page and study you more. You know what I mean? Let me know, let everybody know who you produce for, who you work with, you know what I mean?
Right now I got an artist, and I've worked with several local artists. I think he led on to Smack later on down the line before he kind of slowed down a little bit on battle rapping, but he go by the name of Trey Pounds. And if you look on YouTube, you could actually see some of his battles. I did a 2 mixtapes for him, as well as I got a guy right now that's fresh out of St. Louis. He actually lived down here, but he moved out to St. Louis by the name of Lil Jake Nasty. And when I say Jake Nasty, I mean he nasty with the bars. He's an incredible artist, and you can actually look him up. I got a song. I got a song that I produced for him. Excuse me. I got a song that I produced for him. It goes by the name of Gold Slugs. If you actually go on Spotify, you can actually look it up. It's on Spotify as well as Apple Music. It's called Gold Slugs by Lil Jake Nasty. And then, he's an incredible artist.
That's what's up. I'm looking forward to hearing from him and the rest of the artists that you're working with.
Definitely.
If you had a chance to go work with a god, you know what I mean, who would that be, man? Who I mean, besides LL, I mean, like, who would you like to produce for, man?
Honestly, my favorite artist of this time nowadays, I gotta go with Kendrick, man. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole is they like my towers in the game. They like one of my go-to, my favorite rappers beyond saying the Nas or the Jay-Z's or the most Dells, like Talib Kweli's or anything you could say that always fit my criteria. I gotta say, man, Kendrick and J. Cole. Kendrick, because that man always got a story to tell. Yeah. Every album never disappointed me, and that man, he's truly a amazing artist, man. Amazing artist.
Yeah. Definitely. Everybody, if you just chime in, shout out to everybody on my Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, especially over here on Instagram, man. Share the live. You want to buy a
shout out to Crawley Overflow.
Crawley in the building, you know what I mean? Overflow, I see you. Yeah, man, everybody chime in. Label NYC was good. Shout out to Brooklyn on that check-in as well. So now I'm also noticing you got a little challenge going on. Talk to me about this challenge that you got going on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Talk to me, because this right here, I seen a couple of dope MCs that took on that challenge and owned it.
Yes. I want to say 56 now, 56 and counting. Starting with Lady C, and the list goes on. Nothing but amazing artists. My homegirl Overflow is in the comments right now. They're thinking rocked it when I say rocked it, and there's so many amazing artists, even from overseas, that did their thing. This challenge is called the Comeback Challenge. I dedicated it to the legend, of course, LL Cool J, the GOAT himself, and just the culture of hip hop, man. I'm asking anybody, they got you know what I'm saying, this to pull out their best potential. You know what I'm saying, show people what you got as an artist, you know what I'm saying, as a hip hop artist. And to giving people their chances to have a platform that should show that, you know what I'm saying? Just like I always give a perfect example of how A Living Color started off, and people had to have their chance to get their stuff out there, but you never know who was watching. You know what I'm saying? You never know who watching, who's actually seeing this person break out their potential. And this is where the comeback challenge comes in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the requirements being, you know what I'm saying? Wear you a hoodie for the culture of hip hop, which I got from LL Cool J's mama said, knock you out. You know, where he got in the ring, he had the hoodie on, and he showed everybody, man, this is not a comeback. I'm gonna show you what I'm saying. I'm coming I'm coming from a comeback, do a comeback, and I'm gonna show you, you know what I'm saying, how I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? Don't come out, don't call it a comeback, because I've been here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this comes from. So, yeah, it's called the Comeback Challenge. You know what I'm saying? If anybody get on my page, go on YouTube, definitely check it out.
So, what was the thought process behind this whole challenge? You know what I mean? Where were you at the time when you were like, you know what? I want to do this right here, and I'm gonna call out some dope MCs to come take on this challenge.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I was sitting on my cousin's couch. I was sitting on my uncle's couch, and I say uncle slash cousin because he's like my uncle slash my cousin.
Right.
Goes by Uncle Red, and I said, man, I want to make something amazing because it was this. Mama said, "Knock you out, man." It just kept ringing in my head, So I kept hearing, man, being at work, I just kept hearing, da da, kept going in my head. I said, if I don't do something with this, man, I feel like I'm just ignoring whatever it is, whether it's God telling me, whatever it is, I feel like I'm ignoring it. So I got to make something out of this. And so at first I just kept saying, man, it's a challenge, but I don't know what type of challenge. And so I was watching, I watched the verses, and then I was like, man, what if I could just do like a pass the mic challenge to give some artist the opportunity just to showcase their talent and just pull it out there. What can you do for the culture?
Right.
And so I came up with the comeback challenge and started January 1st of 2022, started with the first challenger, and it kept going from there. You know what I'm saying? With the push of different people. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl, my homie slash my sister, Lady Crawley, that pushed me and told me, man, look, keep going, keep pushing and grinding at it and make something happen with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the rest is history, man. I had to do something for the culture.
Everybody, if you just chime in, it's my guy, man, Ilveal, the producer out of Illinois, man. Y'all follow my guy. Let me ask you something. So everybody, is it everybody's being, are you challenging everybody with just one specific beat?
Yes, it's the comeback challenge beat, man. You can go on YouTube.
Yes. Somebody's asking where they can find the beat.
Yeah. Go on YouTube. You can simply type in my name, Ilveal, which is ILVEAL. ILVEAL. Type it on the search bar on YouTube as well as Instagram. You can look me up. It'll be pinned to my page, or the beat will be right on there on YouTube. Or if you have any other questions about it, you can actually just DM me on Instagram, and I can shoot you out the requirements, which is just wearing a hoodie, give me your best bars with good energy, and just rocking the beat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. But comeback challenge definitely is definitely for the culture. It's definitely for the culture.
Definitely, man. See, it seems like this episode of Indie Thursday is nothing about beat producers, man. Let everybody know the importance of the producer's job. You know what I mean? We know about the engineer, we know about the MC, we know about the DJ, but the producer, and I know there's certain levels of producing. Let everybody know, the importance of a producer.
The producer is the brains of the operation. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got the engineer that so you got to make sure the sounds is right and make sure that you can get the levels and everything and all that jazz, and that's great. But the producer is the brains of the operation. You know what I'm saying? He has the vision. He has the go about to how the artist should ride the beat, or how it should sound. This everything all in one. He's the whole brains of operation. Just like with the computer, you got the motherboard, all these things to get everything to work right in this computer. He's the brains of the operation, man.
Right.
That's what it is.
A lot of producers, tend to be DJs too.
This is facts. This is facts.
We got tons of those. We got the Pete Rocks. You know what I mean? We got the Lil Johns. You know what I mean? We got the Jermaine Dupri's. You know what I mean?
You give us some heavy names, man. You give us some heavy names.
And what's great about that is like when they were in their prime, and they still in their prime, but they reversed their role back into the club and DJ. Why is that? Why, in your opinion, why is that?
Let's say,
if it's your first love with DJing, you gotta keep it in your blood. You know that.
Let's think about and I keep thinking. I want to reference DJ Khaled because I was just watching like when he first started off, when he was a skinny dude DJing and just trying to get this.
Khaled, skinny? Was he skinny?
He
was skinny. Yeah, he was skinny.
Man, I just seen something. I didn't even know this man was actually on a movie at a point in time where he was actually a slender guy. I don't know if he was about as skinny as me, but he was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit smaller than what he was.
He was about my size. He was about my size. I ain't that skinny, but I you know what I mean?
DJ Khaled. When I say, first of all, what I love about DJ Khaled, man, is his ambition and his drive. When that man says, you know what I'm saying, I'm the best, and he says and he's going, you know what I'm saying, another one, I'm a rock, and everything he says, how he moves, and he's very inspirational in what he does. You know what I'm saying? So going beyond just being a DJ, but saying, look, I'm a produce these artists, and I'm gonna get like just like with the comeback challenge, I'm gonna bring out the very best in these artists, and I'm gonna show how much I can do and how much I can bring out another one after another one and a hit by hit. I think that shows how much a DJ can go into being not just a DJ but a producer too, and it shows how much I can just make that explode into something of greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely shout out and flowers to DJ Khaled, man. Of course, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid, I always been a huge fan of Kid Capri. You know what I'm saying? I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? I was a shorty, but Kid Capri, man, I remember just listening, I said again, to Def Comedy Jam, man, and listen to him scratching in the whole Kid Capri, because this being a kid, man, before I even wanted to be a producer, I wanted to be a DJ off of this Kid Capri alone. Like, man, this man's incredible, man. So definitely, I give it that.
Shout out to everybody who's buying a badge. King Alpha, I appreciate you, man. You know what it is. Lady Crawley, I appreciate you, man. Badge gang in the building. I appreciate that.
King Alpha, AJ, what's good?
What's your thought process in getting ready to start a beat? You know what I mean? Do you have to listen to the lyrics first, or are you just in your zone, just knocking them out, you know, just creating magic, whatever comes to your blood, what your mind, whatever?
I'm just in my zone, man. I'm just in my zone. I always tell people it all starts with me. It all starts with a vision, man. When I did the comeback challenge, it was with a vision. Anything I do, it's always me just having this whole thing in my head. Just like when cause I used to be, actually I ain't gonna say I used to, I'm still a poet. I do poetry. I write poetry.
Nice.
And I always tell people, anytime you're doing anything, it's more about you kind of being nosy, because everybody got a story to tell. And there's always something out there that you can listen to, because it's always a story. Like, you're driving on the road right now, you will see that somebody's going somewhere really quickly because they're trying to make it to the hospital because their significant other is about to have a baby soon. I know that sounds kind of far ahead of the question, but it's everybody has a story to tell. Right. And so when it comes down to making beats, you know what I'm saying, it all starts with a vision. What can I do to create this dream where if nobody's rapping on this beat, you can hear it as a soundtrack without words.
Right.
And so that's what I do, man. It's all about just creating a vision and just making a movie out of it. You know what I'm saying? Making something great.
You a poet? Give me something right quick, man. Give me a couple of, give me a paragraph or something. Give me something. Let me hear, man. Let everybody hear, man. This is a first, man. A poet about to break it down on the DJ Epps and Friends show. Let's get it.
I'll give you a little bit. To introduce myself, I'm your first and your last name. I'm your past, your present, to which your future claims. Respect you, and you'll see me wrong longer. Do me right, and no promises, but if stronger in times existing, you're my future. Abuse me, you feel it. Cut me, you bleed it. Disrespect you, why? Don't care for me, will I pass you by? I am sensitive. I cry when stress me and negativity, and get weak when you ignore me. I truly know if you love and you hate me, I hit you and swing fast. I'm so valuable with the mind. Body is my treasure. My best friend, Will, you met time. I, like the name, have a beginning and a conclusion. Since your birth, my pages have been flipping. No one knows the number of the story I'm on, but no one knows the number of the page I'm on. But you know the story. I ain't said this for so long. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But I've been a poet. I've been writing since I've been in 6th grade, man. It's one of my loves, man.
That's dope. How do them females do it at the poetry party?
Yeah, all snaps, man.
Word up, man. So what else can we expect from Ilveal, the producer, man? What's the upcoming stuff that's coming up besides the challenges you're doing, all the beats you're knocking out? Any other things you got in the works?
Pushing the challenge. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm gonna push it and keep it rocking with that. Also got other artists. Like I said, I'm working with Lil Jake Nasty. Been working with behind the scenes with my homegirl Overflow. Always rocking with King Alpha, and there's many artists and some people that have been collabing and doing some things behind the scenes that got some stuff in the works. Something coming up, something in the works. Got an EP that I'm working on with an artist by the name of Andre that I'm working on that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. Probably no later than the spring or summer. That's the EP that's gonna be lit. It's gonna be real high. So y'all definitely look out for that. And it's been working, man. Always working. And always making stuff happen, man. So definitely.
Dope. Shout that boy Ding Dong in the building. You know what it is. Wealthy Vibes. I see you. AJ Throwback. Are you picking a winner from this challenge?
Is this put it in mind like the verses, you know what I'm saying? Like the great Timbo and the great Switch Beats, man. It's just all about spreading love and giving back to the culture of hip hop. Now I can't tell you how it's gonna end. I'm not gonna even put an end into it, but I can say that it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna have some great things going to it, and it's gonna be just greater and greater with time, man. As you see it, and you'll see, man. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna see how it's gonna work, man.
Shot my man Rockstar in the building. Can I add on to this? How about this?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna continue watching the growth of this, and whoever I feel like I think killed the challenge, can we bring them on my show?
Yeah. Let's go.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Cool.
That'd be love.
You know what I mean? With your opinion too. Like I want to know who you thought was the best. You know what I mean? Because I did see a couple of challenges and there's a couple of nasty ones, man.
Man, you talking about nasty?
Yeah.
You talking about nasty?
Yeah.
Man, some heavy hitters. I want to say some heavy hitters.
Definitely, man. Let everybody know where they can find you in case they want to beat from you or they want to, link up with you.
Okay. Again, my name is Ilveal, the producer, D.A. producer. You can just search me up. I'm saying ILVEAL. You know what I'm saying? You'll see this mug whenever whenever you search for me. You're looking for me on IG, Instagram. Look for me on YouTube. Many other platforms. Right now, my main one right now is Instagram and YouTube. But definitely look me up. We can network, we can collab, and you know what I'm saying? It definitely work, man. I consider anybody that reach out to me after so long like family, so definitely reach out to me, family. Let's work.
That's what it is. Ilveal, the producer in the building, repping that Illinois. Yo, Il, I'm going to catch you on a later note, my brother.
Yes, sir. It's ill. Let's go.
You know what it
Appreciate
is,
you.
man.
DJ
Holla
Epps
back at your boy.
building.
Yee! Ilveal, the producer, passing through Indie Thursdays, my guy. Yo, everybody, go do that challenge. Go do that challenge. Yeah, you heard the man. Ill. All right? Listen, man. This Tuesday, my Celebrity Tuesdays, I bring celebrity friends to come hang out with me. My man, Pastor Troy, is coming through this Tuesday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, man. Anybody that loves any music from Pastor Troy, that just loves the South or from the South, knows about Pastor Troy, come vibe with us. 10 o'clock Tuesday Eastern time. You know what I mean? Sponsored by Positivity Water. That's a family right there, man. Pastor Troy, 10 o'clock. It's going to be crazy. Celebrity Tuesdays this Tuesday night. Don't forget it, all right? Indianapolis, I'm coming. Yeah, Indiana, I'm coming Saturday, May 13th. It's official. Island Midfest. Your boy DJ Epps, repping them Zos, them Haitians, gonna be in the building, you know what I mean? My man Rockstar called me today and said, yo, me and my brother, we pulling up. Yo, we coming with you, Epps, no doubt. I'm like, yeah, I've never been to Indiana, so this is gonna be a fun situation. Rockstar, we gonna be having some fun. Caribbean vibes over there in Indiana. I never thought there were so many Haitians in Indiana. Like, I'm very, 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 very shocked. Tomorrow night, inside the Metaverse, Club Kiss. I'm going to be in the building holding it down. Yes, man. Listen, if you don't know about the Metaverse, I need y'all to get your goggles from your local Best Buy, Target, Amazon if you want to order them. Go get your goggles and meet us in the Horizon World at the docks of New Eden. Club Kiss in that city is crazy. I'm pulling up Friday, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's a problem. I need you to be in the building. All right, man? Hey, I'm telling you. Yo, listen, the metaverse, y'all not up on it? y'all missing out. Y'all totally missing out. All right? Oh, we got some more producers in the building. We got some more producers in the building. King was popping.
What's good? What's good, DJ Epps?
You already know where Jones at. There you go.
What up?
H-Town in the building.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. What's going on, fellas?
It's another night. We are here with you.
Oh, man, I'm glad y'all pulled up on me, man. You know what I mean? Glad to have you guys on the show. Everybody, Jones on the beat, you know what I mean? One King Management in the building. You know, they rep that hip-hop music. They from Houston, Texas. Shout to the Beat Promoter Radio. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're going to get into all of that in a second. Yeah. But one by one, let's start with Jones, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody, man.
What's good, family? First of all, I appreciate you having me on the platform. This is all love, man. This is dope what you got going on, putting the spotlight on indie artists, bro. Appreciate it. I'm Jones on the beat, man. Houston, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's
glad to be here.
Word. And who else we got in the building?
We got one King in the building. Born in Norfolk, Virginia, but raised in Houston, Texas. 20-year Army veteran, artist, manager, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, like John say, we're just excited to be here. We appreciate what you're doing with the Indie Thursday, and we appreciate you having us on your platform.
No problem, my brothers, man. So, Virginia to Houston, why that jump?
My parents moved, you know what I'm saying? I was a shorty. I was 3. So yeah. I had no choice. Either go or get left behind.
Now I hear it's mad cold over there right now.
Houston got bipolar weather. You know what I'm saying? Today it'll be 30 degrees. Tomorrow it's gonna be 90.
We don't know what to step out the house in. We gotta wear raincoats, jumpsuits. We just bring everything in a bag and we just make it happen on the way out the door, man.
Yeah.
I heard this Gucci man out there. It's so icy.
Yeah. It's frozen today.
Listen, man, I never been to Texas and I'm dying to go. You know, I have all the reason to go. I've been talking to Slim Thug. I've been talking to some of my DJ friends out there. Now I got you guys, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna make it a priority to make my way over there very soon. If I do go over there, where would you guys take me to go have a good time or maybe go grab something to eat? You know what I mean? Where would you guys take me?
You got to hit up Papa Do's. You got to go to Turkey Leg Hut. You got to go to the Breakfast Club. I mean, these are all the staples in Houston, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else you got to take? And we talk about going somewhere to eat. I'm naming all the eating places. Look at me, you know?
Nah, you notice that. We went straight to the neck bone, the turkey bone.
I'm hungry right there. Where else we take them, you know what I'm saying? I'm married, so I don't really be hitting the clubs like that, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
So, yeah.
I understand. That's why I'm in the metaverse nowadays, man. I ain't trying to go out there right now.
I stay in the studio. I stay right here.
What you gonna say, King?
No, I was just saying that's two times I'm married also, so I'm not really out in the streets, but I do have people that can get you where you need to be. You see what I'm saying? And if you're plant-based and you don't eat all that other stuff, there's Mo Better Brews that you need to go hit up. Got
you. So we all married. Like, is it because of that you don't want to go out? Because, you know, you got to go politic. You got to go network. You got to go meet artists, you know?
That's a fact. I'm actually going out tomorrow. It's my wife's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, wifey.
For sure. So we going out tomorrow, man. I go out with wifey, you know what I mean? We be doing the date night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we get out there. But you're right. You got to network. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, because I found myself, like, back in the days, I was doing mad strip clubs, but now I kind of slow it down. You know what I mean? I slowed that down for a little bit. I make sure the bookings were a little minimum with the strip clubs. You know what I mean? Not to say I do bad or I'm out of control, because I could control myself. I'm a powerful man. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the same time, the music is being tested out in strip clubs nowadays. You know what I mean? You need to see if it's banging. How do you guys test out your sounds? How do you guys get your music out there? You know what I mean? How do you, review your music on the outside world?
That's an interesting question. It's interesting because we actually right now are involved in a very innovative platform that it actually allows us to do just that, get our music out there, but in different ways. So typically, you think about strip clubs and different, club arena, different arenas where, music is typically being debuted. But really, because we're just right now as producers, we're focused on helping other producers with this platform. We're tackling that with this playlist feature that we have in our hands right now that allows producers to get more exposure with their music. It's a dynamic system that we got going on that allows us to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit, but basically, that's pretty much what we're doing to get music out.
Word. King, you want to add on to that?
Yeah. So on the other hand, so I'm not a producer, but I do manage an artist. So we do go out and like you say, politics. So it's not the marriage thing that we can't do it. It's just I think for a lot of things, a lot of times when you do go out, there's a lot of things going on. So you got to be careful the way and how you move around certain areas and stuff like that. So actually we do go out, but we're not out every weekend. When we have special events or performances or stuff like that, that's when we're politicking and shaking hands and kissing babies.
Now you got my boy 50 done moved out to Texas. Are you once you heard that, what was it in your mind like, damn, we got to get some beats to 50 type stuff, or we got to get to whatever he's doing with BMF or whatever, you know what I mean? We got to get our sound in his hands. Did that come across your mind?
For me as a producer, it would be amazing to work with someone like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? In this particular, moment that we're in, what we're doing, we're heavy online right now, doing what we're doing with our movement. And so that's really our focus. But absolutely, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to work with 50 Cent? You know what I'm saying? And I think him moving to the city brought a whole lot of positive light to the city. He's doing some big things here, for sure.
That's dope. I got my peoples out there, Ja and DJ Blast. They doing a little challenge right now. They doing the DJ producer battle. You know what I mean? Where they'll take like for instance, I'm promoting a new artist called Young Wallin. He got a dope song called Good Energy. And so what they do is they take the acapella of the songs and they'll give it to the DJs, and the DJs will make their version of the remix, and so with the producers, and we're gonna see who's the best. You know what I mean? Producers versus DJs. I thought that was a great way to promote the record, promote the artists, promote the DJs and the producers all around. You know what I mean? Were you guys a DJ at one point in your life?
Me, no, personally, no. First of all, that's a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? The battle between, I never thought of that dynamic, the producer versus the DJ is dope. But nah, I never got into DJ. My little brother was a dope DJ. You know what I mean? In fact, when I moved to Houston, Texas, I didn't tell y'all the whole truth. Here's the whole truth. I'm not originally from Houston, Texas. I'm originally, get ready, from Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Forget all what you heard. Forget what you heard about Omaha, Nebraska. I'm here to set the record straight. The movie Belly was not an accurate depiction of how we living over there. Ain't nobody eating no bananas and wearing no jelly cup. You know what I'm saying? With no perm. You know what I mean? And it put no respect on her name. I still love the movie. I'm just saying that. Because they done it a little better. You feel me? It took us years to climb up out of that brand. You feel me? But look.
Hey, yo, hell no. I'm getting up out of here. I'm moving to Texas. Fuck this shit.
Forced my family to move. Now we moved to Houston, Texas, my family, to get this, to start a family record label. That's why we moved. Right? My mother was artist management. My oldest brother was the CEO. I was the producer. My twin sister was the rapper, and my youngest brother was the DJ. And we moved to Houston, Texas when I was 18 to start a music label as a family.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah. That's how I got to Houston.
Got you. Technical, the DJ in the building. Shout out to London on that check-in. I appreciate the love. DJ Extens, I see you. Got some people from Connecticut, New York, New Jersey on the check-in as well. Is Screw still a situation out there in Texas?
Oh man, Screw will always be legendary. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Screw cultivated the sound here in H-Town. And for a while, we kind of got pigeonholed as that's what we were, just DJ Screw. But if you know anything about the music scene in Houston, right? Shout out to Jay the Pioneer. He's a screwhead. But if you know anything about the music culture in Houston, there are so many different genres that you know, you got your millionaires, you got your Waters, you got your Scarfaces, right. you got your Slim Thugs, you got your Pimp C's and Bun B. So there's a pool of artists that are not just screwheads, you know what I'm saying? But Screw really did kind of catapult us on a major scale because everybody started screwing their music up, slowing it down, chopping it up. So the man is a genius. RIP to DJ Screw, but the man was and is a genius in what he did and how he did what he did.
And as Texas producers, you start hearing this drill sound, this New Jersey drill sound. What's your take on it coming from Texas?
As far as drill, honestly, when I first started to tap into the drill, it really just reminded me of music that, you know, that sound, in my opinion, isn't new. It's just rebranded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was making drill beats back in the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't called drill at that moment. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The concept of drill is different for me because I come from an era where producing really, you didn't really categorize it like that. Like the music wasn't defined by like just the drum pattern alone. It was more like, you know, I guess, I don't know, it's different. So me, myself, I don't make drill music myself, right? We have a lot of producers on our platform that make drill music, but like I said, for me, I'm not really tapped into the drill scene, me personally.
Got you. I mean, you know, a lot of people is not, you know what I mean? The way I see it as a DJ traveling around, you know, Bay Area, they don't really care for that. I think Texas probably feels the same way. You know, Miami, we have something called stick and juke and stuff like that. And it's almost kind of like that. So they could relate to it and they could vibe to it. Matter of fact, they get down to it because, you know, it's no difference than booty shaking music a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not, even though it's presented as like something new, it's not, the sound is not really new to me because it's familiar to me. It just wasn't called drill when we was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, if you just chimed in on my platform, man, shout out to everybody on my Twitch and Twitter and Facebook Live, YouTube Live, all that. It's my people, Jones on the beat, my man, One King Management, you know what it is. Guys, who have you worked with that, you know, that helped you elevate your sound, your music, your producing skills?
Me, myself personally, man, I've had many mentors coming up in music. I started making music when I was like 10 years old. My first mentor was my mother. She was a professional singer, traveled, you know, and this was back in the day. Right. I grew up, I was in diapers in the studio, you know what I'm saying? I was pulling on speaker cords in the studio in my diapers, so I just kind of came up in that atmosphere. So my mother and my family, my father was a professional guitarist. He's actually in the Omaha Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he played with, you know, the likes of B.B. King, and they called him King Richard, you know what I mean? So it's just in my blood, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I came down here with my family to start a record label. It didn't go as planned, you feel me? But my sister and I, we signed with a record label down here in Houston that was on the come up at the time. And I became the in-house producer. So I had a lot of mentors from the CEO of that company at the time. and I became the primary producer in the studio, right? So I work with multiple artists, produced compilations for various artists here in Houston. This was around the time when you had artists like, from Swisher House coming up around that era. You know what I'm saying? So I've had many mentors along the way as I've been making this music.
Was Texas? Of course, I'm pretty sure they were happy and proud. But what was the vibe when that Swisher House era was starting to knock? You know what I mean? And they were linking up with other people such as T.I. in Atlanta, or you know what I mean, Chameleon there would hook up with my guy Trick. You know what I mean? And of course Bun and Pimp with Jay. Like that was a heavy era for Texas.
We were at the time when I was with the label here, we were around all that, firsthand. So we got a chance to see a lot of that. And Lil Flip was coming up, and Mike Jones,
right? And, Paul Wall,
all they were coming up. Power Wow, and they were all coming up. When Chameleon and Power Wow were together in a group. You know what I'm saying? And it was happening here in Houston. Like we were the game. We had the game in the headlock for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Houston high. You feel me?
Right.
And so it was exciting times here in Houston. It spawned a whole new era of artists from that wave. You know what I'm saying? I think now Houston is starting to climb back up. You know what I'm saying, to that realm. Because like Juan King was saying, there's so many artists that have not been discovered here that you wouldn't even think it's from Houston, because the talent is so diverse. They don't really even have a Houston sound. They were influenced by outside sources, and so they're just from Houston. But they've grabbed, elements from Houston and surrounding areas, and they just created this melting pot of a sound. You know what I mean? So for y'all who don't know, man, it's a lot of artists here in Houston that you definitely need to tap into.
Outside looking in, I think, I guess the proper word terminology would be the world goes round and round and round. Like New York, fell off a little bit, but now they're getting their little situation going on. You just said it yourself, you know what I mean? Like you guys, Texas is getting back into their situation. You know what I mean? Even the West Coast, you know what I mean? They, came through with Kendrick and other situations, you know what I mean? How where do you think hip hop needs to be right now? Because a lot of people, a lot of young cats are getting arrested, passing away. You know what I mean? How would you guys change the game, man, to be better?
First of all, I would start like a mentorship program from the old heads, right? But of course, that would have to mean,
let's call them the timeless heads. We don't call them old heads.
I'm sorry, the timeless. Because I learned
that from LL. We don't call them old heads. We don't call them old school.
LL will jump on you. I saw that. So yeah, timeless crew. All right, but no, seriously, I think the timeless crew should go ahead and start some type of mentorship program. But of course, that would mean that the younger artists would need to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that way, I think they could teach them how to, move through the industry and how to stay out of certain situations. Because I feel that what happens is, they don't, and they get the money so quick, and they just think that they can do X, Y, and Z, and they put themselves in bad situations. And once they do that, then there's no point of return, because they don't have anybody kind of like guiding them to through the industry. My personal preference.
Guiding them to move different and talk different, because some of them are just really they talk out their mouth, and sometimes the wrong words come out their mouth. You know what I mean? Right. Females too. How do you feel about the females in the rap game?
The females,
they've always been there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that balance. You have to have that balance. You can't just say, oh, the movement is just for males. You have to have that balance of males, females, and everybody else that's included into the culture.
I saw the female takeover a few years back. I even made a Facebook post, I think like in 2016, and I said by this times the female rap industry will look different by this time. You'll have way more females in a dominant position because we saw that coming. You know what I mean? But I wanted to touch on what you were asking because that's an amazing question as far as where hip hop needs to be, and that you have artists who are, getting into trouble, violent situations, court cases, and the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're dealing with is an era where music is more accessible, and music is, it's more of a reality for more people. You know what I mean? Now anybody can do music because of technology and the technical or the advancement of music technology. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now everybody can be an artist. If you got a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, you're good. And so what that did is it just created a whole new, fleet of artists that probably wouldn't have been artists, probably wouldn't be producers, and now it's like, anybody can do it. So it's the controlling that might be tough. Even if you get what you call them, not the old, you call them the not the old heads, but
timeless. Get it right.
Even with that, you know what I'm saying?
Or the OGs.
Or the OGs. You know what I'm saying? I call them you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because you got such an influx of artists and producers doing this thing, there's more players in the sport now. You know what I mean? It's not as exclusive as it used to be. Music, back in the day, and this is controversial, but I'm gonna say it. Back in the day, you had to have some kind of talent. You know what I'm saying? To really just, but now you just got to have viewers.
Right. I apologize, man. I got excited talking to you guys. I never changed the pin. Big shout out to Ilveal, the other producer that was on here a little while ago.
Shout out to Ilveal.
Yeah. Let me make sure I change the pin on you guys right quick, man, so everybody can start following you guys. Yo, guys, as a DJ, and I'm rocking all these dope joints, no doubt about it, dope joints. But at the same time, I feel like the beats has not been the best because it sounds like it's being reinvented again. All these remixes are being sampled and everything. What's your take on that? Because, once upon a time, Diddy was always being clowned on about sampling and sampling and sampling. Oh, he's always being sampled. But look what everybody's doing now. Like, every other record sounds like something from the early 2000s or the 90s.
Because what you have, DJ Epps, what you got going on now, because I produced in multiple different eras, so I've seen the evolution. And my own personal story with my producing journey is pretty interesting. But what you got going on now, like I said, technology has created a situation for anybody who wants to be a producer can now, because now you don't literally have to understand any of the hardware. You could just use loops. They have loops now. You could just use loops. And I remember when FL Studio, back when I first learned about it, it was called Fruity Loops. I remember then producers then was like, man, Fruity Loops, what is Fruity Loops?
Right.
They take loops and they doing what? Just putting the beat on it. That ain't producing. That's kind of the conversation that was happening back then, right? And a lot of producers coming from the hardware, MPCs, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't feeling it. But then fast forward a little bit, you started having hit songs being made from what was quote unquote a Fruity Loop, you know what I'm saying, sequencer, right? But now you start to have all these hit songs. So FL Studio kind of revolutionized the game in the way that they made, music production more available to more people. So now what you have is a bunch of people doing music who don't really have any musical inclination. Like they don't really have a musical, you know what I'm saying? They have creativity, right? But when it comes to understanding chord progression and scales and, you know what I mean? That part of the game is bypassed because now you got buttons you can click and you can computerize it now. You understand what I'm saying? I don't knock it. Here's why I don't knock it. Because creativity is creativity. At the end of the day, us producers, we have more of a personal, you know what I'm saying, perspective on it because we're creators, you know what I'm saying, by nature. But at the end of the day, whatever's coming through that speaker is what matters. And if the customer is doing this,
that's it.
At the end of the day, the corporate structure, that's what they're going to go with. You understand what I'm saying? I'm preaching to the choir, but you understand. So at the end of the day, we're trying to satisfy our consumer base. And the consumer base, they like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you're going to have. You're going to have producers jumping on board. So now you got everybody trying to use the same sample, the same loop. You got one loop that most producers have made beats on. And right now, because what you have is so many producers, it's a race to make a hit. So one beat could have been passed around multiple times before you even heard it on a song. A lot of people don't know that.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah, happens a lot. That's been happening, but more prevalent more now. You know what I'm saying? So, so a lot of things that we're bringing to I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying a lot of the things that we're bringing to the table here with beat promoters, and we're hoping that a lot of what we're doing is going to curb a lot of that, because also what you have is you have a lot of producers understanding that now there's so many people in the sport of making music that producers now have to start thinking differently. How do I break through all the noise? How do I, step outside of all of this? You know what I'm saying? There's so many people doing what I'm doing now. If I just fall into the mix, I'm going to fall into the noise and I'll be buried by it. What can I do? And the conversation that we're having with producers is one about leverage. How to not just rely on what your efforts can do for you. How to add leverage into the picture so now you can get more done with less time. One of our models is everybody does a little bit, nobody's got to do a lot. So we're bringing a model like that to a community who's passionate and poised and very, very determined about their music, but now they just need somebody to tell them the truth. And the truth is, if you don't figure out how to add leverage into what you're doing, you're always going to be limited to what you can do.
Right. I think Lady Crawley said exactly the same words I'm saying. Great point. You guys dropped some gems right there. I appreciate that for a lot of people, especially if there's producers watching right now. Before you get up out of here, man, quickly, man, let me know about Promoters Radio, Beat Promoter Radio, excuse me.
Yeah, so I was touching on it a little bit. Basically, what we have is a community of music producers, artists, and even music fans, and we're able to come together as one community because we have a very innovative platform. It's the newest innovation in beat promotion. We're the first dedicated music production platform, by the way, that actually pays producers for their beat plays, meaning streams. For a long time, producers would go to beat stores, your bedroom producers, your professional producers, loop producers like we're talking about. They go and sell their beats online, and we've been doing this for years, selling our beats online. But what we didn't know is that because we kind of been trained to focus on the end sell, producers don't really understand or realize, they're just unaware that there's so many other ways to monetize in the process of waiting on the end sell. But because you're pretty much paying a monthly fee and your business is attached to a company that basically you're just paying a monthly fee to store your music until you can sell it, you're just kind of trained to wait and focus on the end sell. Our platform is different. And I'm going to give you guys an example so the audience understands one thing that makes it different and unique. It's the fact that on any other beat selling website, producers who sell their beats online understand, on any other beat selling website, when you upload your beat hot off the press, you put it onto your website, you got to go promote it now. You go promote it on social media. You go promote it on your website. You share it with friends and family. You do what you got to do to put that beat out there, right? But the only way you can get paid is if your beat sells. But what you don't realize is when you post your beat link as a producer, let's say on Instagram, you know how many people will click that link on Instagram? How many artists will go to your profile because you set the link there, and now that they got an artist there, they're going to click on the link. They're going to go to the beat store, and in essence, what you've just done is you sent an artist to a beat store with thousands of beats in it and thousands of other producers, but you want them to focus on your one beat. It probably doesn't happen. If they're a responsible artist, they're trying to cultivate their sound, they're going to shop around and listen to a bunch of artists. But here's where you lose as a producer. If you post your link, you did all the promotion, and the artist click on your link to get to the beat store, but they don't buy your beat, they buy a beat from another producer, you don't get paid anything, but you were the promotional push. You were the one responsible for getting the customer to the site, right?
Right.
We changed that on our site. Now, on our site, producers don't lose. If you post your beat link, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you're promoting it, and the artist from anywhere, anytime, anyone clicks on it, and they go to your beat store, they listen to your beat, for whatever reason they don't buy it, but they buy a beat from another producer, you still get paid.
That's dope.
We make sure it's the game changer. Another thing is this. We get paid on beat streams. A lot of producers, in fact, when 2023 hit DJ Epps, you had a lot of producers from other various beat selling platforms posting the results of how many times their beats got played, right? And they were excited about it, but it was hurting my heart because no one had educated them and let them know that, wait a minute, your beats got played how many times? 300,000 times? You didn't get paid, but guess who got paid?
Right.
Here's what we're helping them recognize. Anytime you send a body, traffic is what they call it in the internet world, to a website and they sit there, it means there's time for them to be monetized. There's monetization that happens, right? So if you're aggressively every day as a producer because you're passionate, your job, your goal is to get your music out there into the market. So what are you doing? Every day I'm posting. Every day I'm making videos. Every day I'm doing what's necessary to promote my music. Meanwhile, I'm paying a monthly fee to a company that I'm sending all the traffic to for free.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I'm waiting on the beat sale, but in the meantime, my music is being consumed. This doesn't happen anywhere else, especially not for artists. You play there, you go to Spotify right now, hit play, somebody's getting paid.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You do that in a beat store, somebody's getting paid when you hit play, it's just not the producer. So what we did, we said, you know what? Forget all that jazz. Producers on our website, when you upload beats here, the moment somebody hits play on your beat, you're earning stream revenue. This is a game changer. So even if they don't buy any beats, even if they go play beats from other producers on the website via your store, you earn when they're playing other producers' beats. You earn when they're buying other producers' beats. And we allow you to make residual income. This doesn't happen anywhere else, by the way, because when you are responsible as a producer for making the beat, you are the person responsible for the business model, literally, because you're the product.
Right.
Without you uploading beats, there's no business model.
Right.
You have the power. You got to understand this. So if you are the one responsible for providing the product and you're bringing the customers, how are you not being paid for that? So what we said is, you know what? When you bring customers and you help us literally grow the customer network, we'll pay you a residual income. Every time that customer you refer pays their monthly membership, the company pays you.
Ching,
and that's how it should be. That's definitely how it should be.
That's how it's supposed to be. You dropped some gems there, man. Let everybody know where they can find this website, where they can find us, artists, producers, DJs. They could come, be part of your situation.
So what we do every Monday through Friday at 1:00 p.m. Central, we go live. You feel me?
On
we go
IG.
live on IG. Thank you. On IG, Beat Promoters Radio. Because DJ S, what we doing that you don't find anywhere else is when producers upload their beats anywhere else, they just sit there like a hard drive, basically. It's like a second hard drive, especially if it's not generating any income for them, right? A lot of producers are paying more in monthly fees than they're actually making selling beats, right? So we play their beats. So when you upload your beats here, producers, we play your beats on Beat Promoters Radio, and we'll show you how to create playlists, and we're showing you how to turn your profile, your IG profile, into your own personal Spotify that pays you. So you guys just tune into Beat Promoters Radio, and we'll point you in the right direction.
There you have it. Yo, guys, man. Like I said, y'all dropped some gems today. I appreciate y'all coming by the show. Indie Thursdays, man. My guys, Jones on the beat, One King Management. Hit them up, man. They one of the baddest producers out of Texas. Host of Beat Promoters Radio. Hit them up. Please hit them up ASAP. Guys, man, thank you for coming by the show, man.
We appreciate you. Thank you for having us.
Much love.
You already know, man. Hit me up. You already got your boy in Miami. So when he come to Miami, hit me up. I'm coming to Texas, and I'm going to hit you guys up as well.
We got to get you.
Say less. Say less.
Definitely,
hey,
man.
Jones, one thing before we get out. Hey, Jones, my wife's birthday tomorrow also.
Look. Well, goddamn. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. Wake up early in the morning, massage, breakfast, presents. Get ready, ladies. They coming for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Happy birthday to y'all wifeys, man. Hey, you guys, gentlemen, have a good night, blessed night, and God bless you guys, man.
Salute. Appreciate you.
Salute. You know what it is. Word up, man. Hey, Jones on the beat in the building, man. Oh, man, what a situation. What a great episode. My man, One King Management, holding it down, live and direct for you and yours. Everybody, Indie Thursdays, this is what it is. This is what we do. We rep everybody from the Indies, all right, man? Don't forget, this Tuesday, Ilveal, thank you for passing through as well, man. This Tuesday, Celebrity Tuesdays, My man, Pastor Troy, is coming to visit me, and we're going to talk, all right? So pull up with me and Pastor Troy this Tuesday, live and direct on my Celebrity Tuesdays. You don't want to miss out, all right? And don't forget, tomorrow night, I'm going to be on the Metaverse. I'm going to be in the Metaverse holding it down at Club Kiss. All right, get your goggles out. Meet me inside the Metaverse at my club, Club Kiss, with all my friends, my new community, my new audience. Man, come vibe out, all right, man? So y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it is. Y'all be safe out there. Have a great weekend and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the Metaverse. And New Music Mondays, of course, all right? Holla back at your boy. Y'all be safe, all right? Peace.
DJ Epps.
Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio.
MP3wax.com. We break records.